If you have ever felt that you or a loved one experienced a miracle, or that you sure could use one in your life, stick around because today's video is about miracles. First, I'm Valerie. Welcome to my channel devoted to helping you practice major league manifesting for a divine life. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell to be notified of my latest videos. I'm going to begin by sharing a couple of examples from my personal experience around miracles. During last year's hurricane season here in Florida, I imagined Hurricane Ian fizzling out. The outcome was that our property never lost power while other homes right nearby did. My neighbor remarked about it, saying it's a miracle because the other homes were affected. And even her unit upstairs was fine. And many years before that, during my very first time staying at a meditation retreat, I would suddenly think of someone back in the city who I really wanted to share about the experience I was having and how powerful it was. And shortly after that, seeing that very person walk through the lobby of the retreat center. I ran to tell the woman who had taken me under her wing during the retreat, and she got really stern looking. She was a long-time meditation practitioner, had been with the master teacher for many years, and she looked at me and said, "Miracles are going to happen all the time for you. You have to get used to it." What? WTF? And yes, it's time to normalize miracles. Now, we want to have that awe. We love that feeling of, wow, this is a miracle. How could this come into my life? And yet, it's also time to recognize that we have that power to bring miracles about in surrendering to our state of consciousness, in surrendering to the gods. We have the immense power to see miracles and the ability to experience miracles on a regular basis. Miracle means a wondrous event caused by God. And being a word nerd, I checked the etymology online or history of miracle. And miracle comes from the Latin word miraculum, meaning object of wonder. And it gives you that sense of, yes, we experience that astonishment, that wonder of excitement, of awe in a miracle showing up in our lives. It might be someone suddenly, spontaneously healing from a very serious condition or an injury. It could be suddenly the miracle of finding the debts have been paid, the miracle of finding a home, someone who's homeless finding a wonderful home. There's so many ways that we can call that a miracle. But we're going to dive a little deeper here. From the viewpoint of miracle itself, you are looking within, which is where God serves the miracles up. They appear to be on the outside, but it's really from what we imagine, the end state that we want, and seeing them come into fruition. It's not a coincidence that in Spanish, the word mira, M-I-R-A, means to look. It means to see deeply within. This is your inner vision, your I am state that is no longer clouded by any doubts or limitations or hesitance or uncertainty. It's pure seeing within and seeing from the eyes of God and experiencing as God. This is what Neville Goddard called the promise. This is experiencing the promise. Neville talked about the law and the promise. That's actually the title of one of his books. And the law, of course, is practicing the law of assumption. And he also talked about the first principle. And the first principle is I am, is to be still and know I am. This is your fundamental inner self, is I am. And he talks about that in a talk called Changing the Feeling of I. It's getting that understanding that when you say I, you are not just referring to your individual self, but it's referring to God in the form of you. My early spiritual teachers use the phrase, your God dwells within you as you, and to honor yourself in that way. And the teaching, I am that I am, covers all states that you could possibly choose from. Creation is finished. All of these states are available to you. So when you start to see all of this come together, you begin to get a different relationship with what a miracle is or what a miracle can be. And some time ago, when I was first teaching on spirituality, combined with being a word nerd, I started playing around with some of the anagrams. And for instance, a simple one would be that listen and silent have the same letters. And you can just write that out and play with it and you'll see that. But when I looked deeper, it came to me that miracle has the same letters as I'm clear. So it means that your inner sight is cleared of anything that obscures your inherent oneness with the divine, with God, with the universe, however you want to call it. It is that oneness. My Father and I are one, and my Father is greater than I. And that is the source of miracles. You are the miracle. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you like this video, and help my channel grow by subscribing, liking, commenting, and sharing. Love you. See you next time.